Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to my channel Sarvargyan. My name is Dr. Lokendra Singh, and today we are going to talk about a very important and critical topic which is related to EC2. So there are multiple components under EC2 section, and the one and important critical topic is auto scaling group. So we are going to talk about that only today. So within interview, usually people ask that what is auto scaling, how does it work, and there are a couple of parameters. So first of all, we are going to create auto scaling group. Let me tell you one thing. So the very first question here could be, can we create one auto scaling group without launch configuration? As you see, there are two components under auto scaling: launch configuration and auto scaling group. So the very first question here is, can we create auto scaling group without launch configuration? So answer here is no. Either we need launch template or we need launch configuration group in order to create auto scaling. Either launch configuration or launch template we need. Okay, let us try creating it. So for the step one is create or select launch configuration. Okay, we are going to get started with this. So now there are two options. So what we are going to do here is, we are going to select any EC2 machine, whatever we want. Then after, we will select obviously the basic things we will configure. Then after, we will have to name this as maybe demo ASG, demo auto scaling group. What type of instance we want, whether it's spot or reserved, we can opt it based on requirement. Advanced detail, if you see, so what kernel ID do you want to assign, public IP address or not, everything you can assign on this particular page. So although we have discussed it already as well, but if you want, so you can check it now. So only assign a public IP to instances launch in default VPC and subnet. So or you want that assign public IP address to every instance wherever it is created. So whatever option you want, you can pick. Ideally, we need to keep this one, that if we are going to launch one auto scaling group in default VPC, then we need to assign public IP address. Like if we have one private subnet, so this option is not feasible there. Like if we are going to create EC2 instance in that subnet which are behind your net gateway, so public IP is of no use then. Okay, so what next? So we are going to associate this disk, we are not going to touch it. Then after, what particular security group we want, so we are going to enable SSH from anywhere, that is it, no other port we are going to open. We will click on review. Then after, we will create launch configuration. So I will have to select any key pair, whatever I have, I can select that. Now we are going to create launch configuration. So guys, these are the same steps as we performed during our EC2 machine creation. So there is nothing special, but we are not going to launch instance, only launch configuration is created. That is the basic difference here. Now let us talk about my demo ASG auto scaling group. Now group size starts with 1. Now network, what VPC you want to select. Then after, what are the subnets where this auto scaling group will be able to launch instances. So as many as you want, you can select. So as we are talking about North Virginia region, so by default 6 subnets are available, and we have selected all the 6. Now will this particular load balancer accept traffic from any load balancer? So right now we do not have any load balancer, so we are going to leave this particular as blank. We are not going to discuss about this. But obviously, like, these options are there. Either you can associate any target group here, or you can associate any classic load balancer directly. There are two options, like health check options. First of all is load balancer, second one is EC2. So what does it mean? So like if you say that if EC2 machines are healthy, then you know to monitor the particular services and the particular health check which you are going to configure on the top of load balancer. Or if you want that if load balancer consider that any EC2 machine is not healthy, that is not responding on any given or any desired port, then mark that instance as unhealthy. Fine. So if we are working with load balancer, so for sure we need to consider this particular option only, ELB. Okay. Then obviously we need to talk about like instance protection. So if you enable this particular, so all the instances which are created, so obviously these will not be deleted. So this option is of no use, but this can be useful. Like if you want that, like you have any specific sale going on, or you want that whether the number of instances are running idle, but that should not be impacting the running traffic. So in that case, this is useful. Then we are going to configure auto scaling group policy. So this is like how we are going to scale this. So minimum 1, scale between 1 and this value is going to be, let us say, 5. So this particular auto scaling group will scale between 1 to 5. Now what type of policies you want? There is one very important question, guys. Keep this thing in mind. This question is usually asked during interview. So the question here is how we can set monitoring based on the how we can set monitoring based on the response time. So that's the question. You need to you can set it out, and multiple policies we have, like we'll have to create one alarm based on the particular what type of alarm we have. So then after what type of alarm we want, we can set alarm here. Then after breaches the threshold of this and this, so everything whatever you want you can decide here. You can add new alarm like based on CPU utilization I can set. Then after if load average is greater than or equal to 60, then obviously after one consecutive period of 5 minutes it will perform the action. It means whatever we want we will do it. So if this is like CPU threshold is greater than or equal to 60 for 300 seconds, then add one capacity unit, means one instance we are talking about. We are not talking percentage, so we are talking one capacity unit, and that is it. Fine. So this is how it is going to add instances. Same here, like decrease group size, we can add one alarm here as well. Like if CPU percentage is less than 10 for consecutive period of 5 minutes, then it will do whatever action we will perform here, like remove maybe one instance. And whenever CPU utilization is less than or less than or equal to 10 for time, then we can perform this action here. Fine. So we are going to configure notification. So notification whatever we want, we can select here notification. Like if we have multiple, so we can select multiple notification type here, or if we I have only single alarm here, so I will select this one. So what does it mean? Like if in an instance will be launched, terminated, auto scaling group will not be able to fail the launch the instance, auto scaling group will fail to terminate the instance, then these are the particular options where you will get the alarm. So if you want whatever name you want, you can assign here. I'm saying ASG auto scaling group, so whatever name you want. So tag new instances, so new instances will be tagged with this name. Let us click on review, and after that we will hit on create auto scaling group. So my auto scaling group is created. So the main thing here is which I wanted to discuss with you guys. So the question here was that I want that the particular auto scaling group should be created, and once it is created, so there are three values. Like if I try to modify this, there are three values here like this. What is desired capacity, what is minimum, and what is maximum. So guys, keep this thing in mind when we are talking about desired capacity, minimum and maximum. So we can understand it this way. So for example, at given point of time, I want that I wish to have 3 servers running, fine. But if all the conditions which are set by me on this particular auto scaling group, then minimum 1 server will also suffice. But I want as of now that minimum 3 servers should be created. So based on load average, based on response time, and based on other parameters whatever we have, like we can set here scaling policy if you check. So like the particular scaling policy which we have, decrease or decrease group size and increase group size. So based on these particular 2 policies, let me drag this a little up as it will be really easier for you to understand. So first of all, it is decrease group size. So first of all, whenever I will change, like if I modify this particular parameter here, like desired 3, if I mention here desired 3, minimum 1 and maximum 5. So if I set it, what would happen here? Guys, if you see, let me take you to that particular tab, instance ID. I'm going to open it in new tab. So if you see, this auto scaling group has created 1 server for me. Obviously the minimum group size was 1 and maximum group was 5, so obviously it will create only minimum number of servers. But if I modify that auto scaling group, so it will add some other servers for me. Now what would happen? Let us see that how many instances are there. So there is only 1 instance. It is currently in a initializing state. Okay, so when I say that I want to modify this desired capacity, so what the desired capacity mean? Let us say if I mark it as 3 and I save this particular. So as soon as I will save this particular, which means my desired capacity is 3, but the particular scaling policies which are placed here, so based on this scaling policy, it will take decision further going forward. Which means if after having 3 instances my load average on all the 3 servers is less than 10 for at least 300 seconds, then it will terminate one instance. Then after 1 second it will wait for next 5 minutes. If the load average is still less than 10 for next 5 minutes, it means 300 seconds, then it will once again terminate one instance, which means the minimum number of instances will be met. But what if my desired capacity is 3, but the particular load average on all 3 servers is greater than or equal to 60? Then what would happen? It will add one another server. Moreover, if once again after adding one more server, it means total number of servers will be 4 here, then after what would happen? Like number of instances will be 4 at this particular moment. But what if even after having 4 servers my load average is not coming down? So after waiting for next like 300 seconds, it will add one more server until and unless the particular number of instances will be equal to maximum number of instances. So these are the values here. If we go here and if we try to refresh it, if we try to refresh this page, then we will be able to see, so the desired capacity is met. So if we keep this particular auto scaling group running, so let me select all the servers and let me show you the monitoring section here. Let me drag it up. Then after we are going to select the monitoring, so we can see like all the 3 servers, 1 2 3 3 servers are here. And if we check the metrics here, so metrics will be available within a while because these servers are just created and I'm using only default metrics, so it comes after 5 minutes. Fine. So based on my requirement, it will populate the load average of all 3. If the load average is above 60, then it will add new servers to my auto scaling group. If load average is below 60 for next 5 minutes, then it will terminate one instance. So guys, these are the things which usually prefer to ask. People usually prefer to ask at the time of interview. So you need to keep this thing in mind. Then after you can check like details, that how many total desired instance, minimum and maximum you can check here. Activity history you can check here, that how many instances are here. And if you want to check that this particular got failed, so why it failed. So you can check this particular everything whatever happened here within this group, so you can easily check it. Fine. So all the instances which are successfully created, so you can check. So this is known as activity history. These are like scaling policies. All the instances which are created by this auto scaling group, so you can check whether the servers are in service or like these are out of service or these are kept as like you can set any server as like you can detach any server, you can set it to standby, or you can enable like scaling policy. So this server will not be terminated. One server out of these 3 will not be terminated if the load is increasing or if all the servers are running idle. So only this server will not be like scaled in, which means this server will not be terminated in any condition. Fine. Then after you can have monitoring enabled here, that how many total number of servers are running here, how many instances are pending, what are the particular pending capacity, how many standby instances are there, total number of instances, like terminating capacity. So everything you can monitor here related to one auto scaling group. So these things are very useful when you are planning for your auto scaling group, like what is going to happen and what is total group size, desired, minimum, in service, out of service, capacity, total capacity, pending instances, everything you can check here. Fine. Okay, one more thing is your notification. So if you have already not enabled any notification, so you can enable once again. Either you can delete notification or you can add new, you can edit it. Then after tags, if tags are not there, then obviously you can add further tags. Then after the particular tags are here, this particular like schedule action, if you have any like create schedule actions, for example you want to give it any name, then after minimum, maximum and like desired capacity, and once, or like if you want every week or you want to have a cron. So there is one interview question that I want that my server should be. So recently I was facing an interview and someone asked me that I want one of my server, like I'm running any maybe a server of WordPress I'm running, I want that every morning at 9 a.m. like that should be repeated cron. So expression is like this. So as particular cron expression we can set. So the question was that every morning this particular server should start at 9 a.m. and this server should get stopped at maybe 6 p.m. So it means during office hours only this server has to run, and then after set end time, so you can set end time as well. So when the server will start and when the server will stop. So based on the particular cron parameters, you can set it. Fine. So this is how it works. So this is one additional feature which is provided by AWS recently. So I thought of including it within this video. Now if you have lifecycle hooks, so you can have lifecycle hooks as well. So whatever the sort of hooks you want, you can use it. So I hope this has been informative, guys. This is it for this video, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. Have a good time and happy learning from Server Gyan. If you have any questions, so please do write in comment box. I shall be happy to assist you on that. If you are new to my channel, so please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to it. Stay watching, keep safe, and thank you very much. Have a good time.